Good evening. You've got Mark Tatum and Juan Santos here tonight for Teen Vision, announcing Canyon Springs High School versus Rancho Verde High School girls varsity soccer. Tonight's going to be an interesting night, Juan. We got senior night for Rancho Verde, and we're going to really see how things went. They've got 10 seniors this year on the squad, and see if the emotions are going to be in check, if they can get started off well.
No, definitely. Right before the game, they had a really nice celebration, recognizing all the senior students. I think both you and I were kind of shocked that they had so many seniors on the roster, but it's been a great season so far, and look forward to some more good soccer in the next couple of weeks.
Exactly. Really looking at the rosters for the two squads tonight. Rancho Verde, coming in undefeated in league with a 5-0-1 record, and really showing what they have. They start out a little. Where they were trying to figure out their sweet spot. For league, they're 9-6-2 overall for non-league and league matches, but in league they've really figured it out of how to get the wins done. And with a 5-0-1 record, playing Canyon Springs, who this year is coming in with a league record of 2-3 and a non-league record of 5-13. So really, the first time around, Rancho Verde was able to beat Canyon Springs 3-1. And a little bit of sloppy conditions, but we're about ready to get started here.
Yes.
Looks like the referees have started the match, and Rancho Verde's kicking off and playing it up the near side of the field. We've got Rancho Verde going from our right to left to start off the first half. So we'll see how they do.
No, and looking at the squads, especially right before the game, you look at the Canyon Springs team, and they're very young. They only had really 2 seniors on their roster. And they're choosing to go with a young group, so there's a lot of juniors and sophomores in the group, and it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, very much so. And Canyon Springs getting this seasoning. They'll see what they're going to be able to do. Oh, very nice, and it's a nice cross there. Looked like from Brooke Ferguson, and we're able to clean it up with Rebecca getting the goal. As far as that goes. So this is a fantastic start for them.
That was a quick one, too.
Yeah.
Rancho Verde came out, and they were pressing with all 5 right from the start, and they were trying to make things happen, and they sure did right now, and it was a quick one.
So it doesn't look like senior night jitters or emotions is getting the best of Rancho Verde at this point.
No, that was a really nice cross by Brooke. Rancho Verde is threatening again. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Rancho Verde for the Mustangs. Looks like Brooke Ferguson is going to take the throw-in. Or maybe it's going to be Anna Morelos. I think it's Anna. Going to be into the cross.
Yeah, see.
To the middle, but they weren't able to capitalize on that one. The defender was in the right place.
Yeah, Canyon Springs trying to get out on the counter, and really one of their key players there, number 15, stepping up and with a lot of speed getting the ball back up to the middle of the field. Really a couple of things with Rancho. If you want to look at that, nice pass up the good ball up the left side. And almost just a bad first touch there for Sarai Gomez off the foot to the keeper of Rancho Verde or to Canyon Springs. So
just a little too much.
Just a little too much. But really some of the key changes this year, and really going into league that made a big difference, I think, is the coaching staff here of being able to figure out that defensive line. Really, they've given up 33 goals with their non-league games, but in league only giving up 4 goals so far this year is a huge thing, and I think a real key to why the wins are coming. Nice ball by Starr up to the left side. Sarah's got it. Let's see if she's able to get the cross off, and not quite enough, and it's to the keeper. So
might have dinged herself a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks like she got a little bit of a knock on the knee as she made that cross.
Daisy Negrete is going to be subbing in for Sarah right now.
So I know coming off the Valley game, Sarah got a little bit of a knock on that left foot, and kind of been giving her a little bit of pain here coming into the game. So it looks like that probably happened again, where maybe she got a little bit of a knock on that same spot. So let's see if that keeps her out the rest of the game, or she's going to be able to finish. But again, with a good start and really a team that's really been balanced on goals. You've got Sarah coming into the game in the league with 5 goals, and you've got Rebecca coming into the game with 6 and just scoring one right there for 7 goals for the league in league play. So you really, we've got additional scores coming from Jennifer, Brooke, Angela, Sarah E., Marlene. So there's a lot of different people that can attack on this team. So.
No, you know what? I think as you were mentioning the coaching staff a little while ago, I remember getting close to summer when they were doing their summer practices. I know they were doing a really good job of practicing with our boys soccer team as well, and so
nice ball into the middle, quickly makes a difference, and very nice. That was a great substitution there, and Daisy Negrete gets the goal. Very nice, and that's Daisy's first goal coming into the league here, so into league play. So that is fantastic.
Very nice. She found the right opening, and the defender there was a little too much distance between her and the defender, so she was able to capitalize and be able to score that goal. That was very nice. Nice, good pass.
Up the right side there, she's able to cut back. Defense is able to get the ball, clear it out for Rancho Verde throw-in. So about 6 minutes into the first half here, Rancho Verde up 2-0. I think the seniors here have something to prove tonight and want to perform for all the extra family and friends that have come out to see them tonight.
Oh, definitely. There seems to be a little bit more of a crowd today.
Looks like we're going to get a substitution for Marlene coming out. Heaven Hernandez will make her debut here for senior night.
So far in the league, she scored 3 goals and she's had 1 assist. So looking to see if we can capitalize on that and be able to get another goal right now. And here she goes. She gets the ball right away. Nice, good passing by Rancho Verde.
Nice ball, way to move it from left to right, and see if we can get the ball settled down on the ground here. Rancho Verde's able to squirts out to them and plays it up over the top, a little too far out of the reach of Rancho Verde, and the keeper's able to come out and get the ball. Keeper's able to punt it up to the far side of the field, but it looks like Anna's able to play it back to Starr, who quickly sends it up and not able to maintain possession. We'll see if we'll be able to settle the ball down. Looks like Jen's able to get it settled there a little bit. Starr's going to play it back to Sophia, our keeper. Plays it out to the near side here for Jen. See if she's able to. Jen's able to get it back. Playing it up the near side. Almost. Nice. Gets it again. Another ball up the left side.
Good follow through there.
Daisy's on the run, and looks like it was last touch by Canyon Springs player out for Rancho Verde throw-in.
Good follow through there by Jennifer Chavez to continue on with that play. She was in the right spot to be able to gain possession and try and get the ball, still move it a little bit more forward.
Yeah, just good hustle and to keep on and make Canyon Springs do something. Nice throw into the middle. Let's see if they're able to turn. No, Canyon Springs is able to get it out. And number 15, Paola Padilla, is able to clear it out, but it looks like Rancho Verde's got it. Gonna try to send it up. Oh,
and played with it a little too long. Oh, gonna be able to get
cross.
This.
Let's see if they're able to do it.
Nice stop by Sophia.
Nice stop.
The one got away a little bit from Anna.
Nice little flick there by Daisy. Let's see what she's able to do with that. Canyon Springs gets it, plays it out to Lauren Acosta on the inside there. And Paola is able to get it there in the middle, kind of playing that holding mid position. Let's see if she's able to distribute that up. She's able to, kind of goes direct right over the center. Stars there, plays it back to Sophia. And Sophia clears it up to the middle of the field. Looks like Rebecca's going to try to bring it down. She does a good job of that. Pokes it through to Daisy. Let's see if we can kind of connect some passes. And again, kind of a giveaway there to Canyon Springs. Looks like Canyon Springs, kind of their defense is settling down a little bit, marking up a little bit better. Another through ball, and Heaven's not able to get on it, but unable to clear. Brooke gets a touch on it, and Canyon Springs knocks it out the far side for Rancho Verde throwing. So Rancho Verde's looking good right now. See how they're able to respond here and just keep the pressure on their half of the field. So
far, so good. Heaven passing over to Jennifer Chavez. Jennifer is going to be passing again to the left, going down the middle.
And Daisy's not able to get the flick. Looks like she was offside. So turnover. Paola's going to take the free kick here for Canyon Springs. Plays up the middle of the field. Anna's not able to get it, but it's going all the way back to Sophia. Sophia will just hold it and wait for Canyon Springs player to come. And then pick it up. See how the distribution comes. Just going to punt it up to the middle of the field. Daisy's able to get a little bit of a head flick, and nobody there out of play there for Canyon Springs throw in.
Down the middle.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Pass to Heaven.
Jen trying to get the field switch to the open side there. Reached out to Heaven. Not a bad play. Canyon Springs just to recover, plays it out so that they can regroup and reset the play there. Looks like Rancho Verde has a few girls on the sideline that maybe can make an entrance here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing from Anna. Brooke comes down at her feet. That's just.
Passing down the middle. Whoa.
She gets across, and not too bad. Unable to finish there, but great cross to the back post.
Yeah. Kind of pass. It looked like it passed about 2 or 3 of their defenders. Ball went straight to the forward and trying to see if they can score, but.
Yeah. Sarah E. Gomez there. She was in the right place.
Yeah.
Just a little bit wide there. So, but she got that touch, and now she's out. Looks like she was subbed in for Amy Flores, freshman. And Amy's going to play that outside left wing, see what she's able to do. Angela's got the ball in the middle of the field, plays it out to Heaven Hernandez. Heaven's dancing on the ball, tries to send it up to the middle, but no one there, and Canyon Springs able to settle the ball. Gets away from their center midfielder, number 3, Victoria Mendoza. And again, it's back to the keeper's unable to hold on to the ball, but it took a good bounce to them, and their defenders were able to clear it out. Angela looked like she was going to try to take a shot there, and the keeper was back on her line, able to bring it down.
Yeah. The Canyon Springs defenders needed to be a little bit more active in that play. They just kind of let the ball go by, and there's 3 of them back there.
Yeah. Amy Flores gets a head on it, and Rebecca's trying to get it up to Jen, but not quite enough for her to get it. But
Sophia's going to call her off.
Yeah, Lauren plays it kind of forward, no one there for Canyon Springs, really pushing forward, and just easy for Sophia to let the ball roll into the box for her.
Oh,
missed there by the midfielders. Heaven Hernandez is unable to bring it down. Canyon Springs able to get it. Paola, number 15, brings it, tries to make an outside run, but not able to get to it. But Canyon Springs commits the foul on Angela. I believe that was Angelina Avasado. Acevedo.
Acevedo, yeah.
So. Free kick by Star Hernandez up in a dangerous spot.
Nice
See,
kick by
Heaven
Brooke.
Hernandez able to get her foot to it, but not able to get her hips turned around enough to get it into the goal. But definitely a dangerous ball there. I think that's, Star's been able to put some dangerous balls in this season, especially in league play.
Yeah, initially I thought it was Brooke because I'm used to seeing it on that side, but it was Heaven who actually ended up having that shot.
Yeah, she's done a good job. Quite a leg, especially being 50+ yards out. Put it over the back line to somewhere where it's dangerous. Keeper's got to come out and make a play, and it gives the Rancho Verde players a chance to get up there to make the play. So again, a good ball there by Rancho Verde. Throw in just inside Canyon Springs territory there in their half, and the throw in off Heaven Hernandez, unable to control it there, and gives a throw in there for Canyon Springs. Paola, number 15, on the ball, but just too many players around. Depossessed there in the middle of the field.
Good pass by Star.
Good pass by Star to switch the field. Play up. Rebecca a little bit behind her and unable to collect it. Who gives it away. Sophia is able to clear the ball up. See if Rebecca's able to bring it down. Jen's got a touch. Plays it out wide. Rebecca plays it safe back to Angelina.
Nice. Look at that passing.
Angelina goes ahead and switches it over. Star in the middle of the field, but unable to bring it down. But Brooke Ferguson gets there, and Canyon Springs able to step in the way of that pass. Let's see if we can keep the pressure on up there by the front attackers. Anna's making a nice run up that right side.
Nice. Way to recover and get that ball. Canyon Springs puts it in the middle again, and is able to turn around.
Lauren Acosta is able to play that wing spot, tries to send the ball forward again. It's just a little too far forward for Canyon Springs and number 3 to be able to get the Victoria to get a touch on it. Ball sent up right wide. Canyon Springs just makes a touch and plays it out.
Could be a throw in for the Mustangs. Anna Morelos is going to take the throw in.
Looks like I'm not sure what the referees are. I think they're looking at the goalkeeper, not. So between the ball and I think the other key thing, I think they'd ask the keeper Sophia to put something over her black jersey since it's so close to Canyon Springs. They want to kind of distinguish that player when it gets down to that half. So.
Now she's going to look like the refs.
Halftime, maybe Sophia will find the red jersey she has and can put that one on so she stands out a little bit. Looks like we got a throw in here. Rancho Verde, Brooke Ferguson on it, able to kind of get it depossessed in the open area. And Amy was able to get a jump on it, but as Canyon Springs able to send it up the near side. Star's able to chase it down, sends it up the near side. Rebecca tries to control it. And unable and kind of commits the foul. Kicks number 23 from Canyon Springs.
Anaí Lopez. Seemed to be an intentional ball was coming down. They both went for the ball, and she ended up getting kicked by accident. But they call the foul, and they get the ball back.
Yeah, just a little bit. The first touch wasn't good enough. Kind of sent it up in the air. She tried to get her leg up to bring it back down again, and Anaí was just trying to run through the ball to win that possession. So good foul by the referee, good call by the referees, and it's in a spot pretty far back. Free kick gets sent. Star gets it off her head, but keeper Sophia is unable to get to it, so it goes out of play past the goal line for a corner kick for Canyon Springs.
It might be the first corner kick of the game.
It is the first corner kick of the game, and for Canyon Springs. And looks like number 3, Victoria Mendoza, is going to take that corner kick. See how Rancho is able to defend it. Comes to the near post, goes up in the air, and looks like Amy gets a touch on it. No, that was Daisy. Daisy gets a touch on it and pushes it forward. Out of play for Canyon Springs. Canyon Springs defense, or Rancho Verde's defense, is trying to push up. Star sends it forward. Daisy, nice little flick. Heaven comes back on the ball, see if she's able to send it forward to Rebecca, running up the middle, but Canyon Springs had someone there.
Good hustle by Rebecca to get that ball back, to try and get that ball back.
Yeah, good recognition. Heaven able to play that ball, and knowing that she really didn't have anything, to play it back, and then to look for that, the player making a run. So Victoria tries to play the ball through the middle, but Rancho is able to clear it out, but loses it quickly in the middle of the field. Who now plays it wide, and unfortunately unable to get it up the side, so it's out of play for Rancho Verde.
There's going to be a substitution. Lynette Indes coming back in to the game. Brooke Ferguson coming out. We got a little breather.
Yeah, the nice thing is, you got Lynette coming in. We talked about, 10 seniors on the squad. Here's a freshman coming in, getting some playing time, which is really going to bode well, not only for this season, for when we get deeper into the rest of the league here for the last 4 games, but, going into next year, you got some experience coming back.
No, definitely. Being able to get used to the rhythm of their play and how the rest of the teammates play, it's going to be a long way. It's going to go a long way for them, especially as we start going with a couple of weeks left of the season.
Yeah, get that playing time in this year, get the nerves out of the way, and then that player, moving forward for the next couple of years, becomes a leader in the squad, and shows the other freshmen and underclassmen when they come up that they're going to get playing time and they got to contribute right away. So, very nice, very nice. Jen gets the throw in. Nice throwing down the line. Rebecca's trying to control it. Let's see if she's able to get the cross. She's able to maintain the ball, holds it up, looks for somebody, but puts across the middle. Canyon Springs able to defend, but quickly Jen recycles the ball. See if we're able to get on it. Oh, the keeper not able to get a clean hold, but just enough to where she's able to get the ball.
No, what? This was another instance where, Canyon Springs could have been a little bit better at being able to get at that ball, but Rancho Verde is capitalizing on those plays and getting behind them to be able to try and get a shot.
Correct. Rebecca getting on the ball, tries to make push the ball forward, but goes off Canyon Springs, so it's another Rancho Verde throw in. Rancho Verde maintains it, plays it back. Angelina gets it, tries to recycle it forward. Let's see if it's to the keeper. Doesn't play it smoothly. Oh, Daisy Owen.
Keeper should have held on to the ball in that one.
Oh, yeah. Referee makes a call. I'm not sure if it's an offside or if he felt that the keeper had possession. But or just simply a goal kick. But I
don't know if we can see that replay or not, but didn't look like she had possession.
So quickly, Canyon Springs takes the free kick, tries to play it up the middle of the field, and it ricochets off a Rancho Verde player. So Canyon Springs throwing. Lauren Acosta will take the throw in. Jen gets it back on the left side, plays it down the line to Rebecca. Rebecca's going to move it forward. See if I'm in chase. Lauren's in chase. Nice turn there by Daisy. Daisy plays it forward. Number 8. Man.
Heaven.
Was that Heaven or was that Lynette? That may have been Heaven. You're correct. So Evan Hernandez makes a nice little pullback and tries to get the shot off, but goes out of play for a goal kick. Canyon Springs has another goal kick here. Let's see if they're able to clear the ball out and relieve some pressure from their defense and their goalkeeper. Nice goal kick out to home, just short of midfield, but the defense is able to pull it down. They got a turn. Angela, number 7, pushes it out wide right, and the defense is able to poke it away, but it goes out of play. Evan Hernandez tries to send it to the middle, but Rebecca's able to get it turned. Jen's first touch is a little heavy, but plays it forward, and Canyon Springs plays it out of bounds or out the near side for Rancho Verde throwing at this time. Nice throw in. Daisy controls it, brings it down, sends it back to Jen. See if Jen's she plays it all the way back for Angelina, who goes ahead and pulls the trigger on a shot. Not bad, but it looks like the keeper 24, Jacqueline Perez, had it, or 28, had it in, it is 24. Nadia Gonzalez had it in her sights and watched it just go out of play.
Yeah. That's probably about a 25-yard shot.
Yeah. But it's good from from the midfielders or those holding mids and that back line every once in a while to go ahead and take that shot. It make sure the keeper stays on their line.
Yeah.
And doesn't take for granted where that ball is going to come from. Likewise, it's going to it looked like Canyon Springs was their defense and midfielders are kind of sucking back and kind of holding back in on that offensive line. So if you start taking those shots from a little further out, then Canyon Springs is going to have to come out of that defensive posture and maybe come out and pressure them a little bit, which may open up some passing lanes.
Nice. Look at that.
Nice job. Rebecca plays it out wide for Jen. She's making the overlapping run, but Lauren Acosta's able to get there, but Jen's able to win the ball back. Plays it to the middle to Heaven. And let's see what we're able to finish there. Number 8 tries to get the shot off, but just not enough on it. And again, Nadia Gonzalez from Canyon Springs is able to come up with the save.
Jennifer again, being aggressive and continuing with the play is the one that made that play happen.
Yep.
Being able to go down the left-hand line and be able to pass it to the middle. Give them the opportunity to be able to get a shot off.
Evan Hernandez put a little pressure there. Number 3 getting it out wide and trying to send the ball up. But quickly Sophia off her line up to the top of the box and able to bring the ball in, slow down the attack. Sends the ball up in the midfield. Is able to maintain it. 15 tries to make a cross, but it goes right to the defenders. But kind of a misplay, and Canyon Springs comes up with the ball, but unable to capitalize there. Yeah, nice job by Starr, able to get the ball, and a nice flick there by Daisy, but Rancho Verde's unable to get it. Oh, nice hustle by Daisy, just staying with the ball. Squirts out from the defenders. Let's see what's going to happen there. Looks like it'll run out of play for a Canyon Springs throw-in, but again, hustle, causes the ball to go out deep in Canyon Springs territory and allows Rancho Verde to push their players up, keep the attack on.
Yeah, no, you know what? I don't know how much it is, how much it could be the experience that some of our players have as compared to theirs, but we're definitely we're beating them to the ball. We're not waiting. We're not waiting for the ball to come to them. They're trying to make their own plays. Yeah.
And, again, the coaching staff is trying to get fresh legs out on the field quite a bit, and I think that's really the big difference is getting those fresh legs out there and getting people to hustle on the ball. Looks like we got a return of Sarah and Marlene to the field, coming in for looks like Daisy and for Heaven.
Yes.
Both players putting in some good minutes there as they got in there, and let's see what's able to happen. Canyon Springs squirts the ball out, tries to play it up to the middle of the field, But Anna puts a nice boot on it, but not quite enough. The keeper's able to come down with it. But another shot. Looks like we're at about, the way I'm tallying it, looks like we're about 6 shots with 2 goals so far here in the first half. We got about 11 minutes left to play. And the ball goes up the left or the right side. Sarah's able to get it, tries to flick it back to the middle of the field. Nobody's making the run. Canyon Springs tries to clear it, but not so well. Rebecca's able to get the ball in the middle of the field, tries to bring it down, but Canyon Springs wins it. But quickly, defense pushes the ball right back up to the midfielders. And squirting around a little bit, Jen's able to bring the ball down, cuts it back to the middle of the field. Anna at the middle, sends it up to the left side.
Good recovery.
Good recovery. And Canyon Springs does just enough to squirt the ball back out. And it looks like Angelina's going to play it back to Sophia, make sure she's still awake. Sophia plays it back to Angelina. Gives Rancho Verde a chance to reset, find some feet. Jen's bringing it up the left side. See what she does with it. She cuts back to the middle of the field. Plays the ball up to Marlene. Marlene tries to flick it back to Lynette, I believe. And Lynette had already gone past that. So it was played out by Canyon Springs for a throw-in for Rancho. Jen quickly plays it back into the middle. Rebecca just a little bit offside. You know, those are from a coaching standpoint, I think the coaches are happy when they're making those triangles and trying to get those passes around, looking for different angles and different ways to expose and get the ball into the offensive part of the field. So when they can do that, I know the coaching staff likes it because it helps them see what's going to go on. So Canyon Springs is able to get to the ball, put a little pressure from the defense, but quickly the midfield's closing it down. Anna's able to win it, plays it into the middle, but a little too far. And Canyon Springs midfield is able to win the ball. Number 15, their captain, Bayola's on it, but loses it. Sarah Tatum gets the ball, plays it in the middle of the field. Sees someone on the outside. Rebecca is able to get over there and takes another shot, but just a little bit wide. Looks like there was a little bit of a deflection, so Rancho Verde is going to get their first corner kick.
Looks like it's going to be taken by Jennifer. Rancho Verde attacking with 6 players.
You know, so far this year, Rancho Verde's had some good success with their set plays. You know, a couple of weeks ago, or about 3 weeks ago, 2 of their goals against Pauley came from set plays. So, you know, there's something they've worked on. This one didn't quite pan out. I think the ball was a little too far off the top, but again, a good ball in, and you know, Rancho Verde's looking to capitalize on that. Looks like the ball went out the far side, but off Rancho Verde, so it's for Canyon Springs throwing. A little bit of a stoppage of play here. Not sure if looks like they may be making a substitution.
With about 8 minutes to go in the first half, Rancho Verde Mustangs still winning 2-0. First 2 goals came probably within the first 6 minutes of the game, and after that, it's been Canyon Springs was able to make some adjustments, and it's been 2-0 ever since.
Yeah, really, I think, you know, the big adjustment Canyon Springs is just putting more people on the back line. You've seen their defensive mids more like defenders, and instead of having 3 or 4 players back there, it's been more like 6 or 7. So, you know, just a lot of bodies in there, and a lot of, you know, hard to penetrate that from Rancho's viewpoint. But to the other extent, the reason why it's probably the reason why Canyon Springs is sitting with 1 corner and 1 shot here in the first half is they're just not able to penetrate, and they're hunkering down just to, you know, trying to defend. Jen's making a run up the line. Nice ball into Marlene. Pulls it back, tries to send it forward, but hits the back of a Canyon Springs player. Jen's able to recover. Let's see what she's going to do to the ball. Plays it again to the middle of Marlene. Canyon Springs trips over it. Marlene's able to win possession. She plays it up the left. Still at her feet. Oh, a little miscommunication there. She thought Rebecca was going to make a play on it, and Rebecca was trying to make an overlapping run, so ball went out. Canyon Springs able to win that possession, and Rebecca on the defending plays it out again. Canyon Springs has the ball. Play to the middle of the field. Angelina is able to pull it down or head it up to Jen, heads it back up to Rebecca, and finally settled down. Right. Played into the middle to Sarah. Tries to play it off her chest. Oh, able to bring it down. Nice job. She's playing with it, plays it a little bit back, pulls it back to Anna, not quite enough on it. A little bit of a dangerous ball. Sarah and Anna are kind of playing that left side, see what they can do. Sarah stays with it, wins the ball, plays it through a couple of players. And it looks like it was last touch by Canyon Springs for a throw-in. For Rancho Verde, quickly plays it in to Angela, number 7.
Anna gets up.
Yeah, a little bit of a foul there. Got away from her. Canyon Springs got the position on the ball, and Angela just committed the foul. Quickly gets restarted here by Canyon Springs. Tries to play it through the center, but nice header into Jen. Plays out to Sarah. Sarah makes a run around the corner.
Nice, good speed.
Up the inside.
To the left.
Tries to cut it back. Loses the ball. Canyon Springs tries to bring it up the near side. Played off of Rancho Verde for a Canyon Springs throw-in. Yeah, Amy Flores there on the inside there. Nice play. A couple of headers. Sarah tries to make a flick over there for Rebecca, but just a little too far out of her reach. So again, another Canyon Springs throw-in.
Been seeing some really good passing in this first half by the Mustangs. Looks like they've been really practicing some of these drills and some of these passing drills because the touch seems to be on the dot.
Yeah, referees call a foul here for a push there. Not sure which player it was. Ball up in the air, and they were trying to get to it, and just a little too much physical play there. So award free kick to Canyon Springs. Plays up to the middle of the field. And you're correct. I mean, not only have been practicing, but I think this Rancho team bought into the program that the coaches have brought in. Really unselfish play by a lot of players. There's really not one player that's trying to do everything themselves. They trust each other and they're passing the ball.
They're patient. They're hitting the right spots, and they know where everybody's at. Yeah,
Amy Flores heads it forward. Sarah Tatum brings it down, plays it back to Rebecca, who plays it back to the middle, plays it back out again to Sarah Tatum, and
bad bounce.
Bad bounce, just took her eye off it and got away from her there for out of play. But willing to be patient. Pass the ball around, look for opportunity, make the opposing teams chase it a little bit, and I think that'll bode them well moving forward if they keep with that style of play. Canyon Springs trying to play it forward there. And doing a fairly decent job. Angela's able to get on the ball, tries to spin to turn it around, but unfortunately she had 3 players on her. But the referee saw advantage wasn't played and called the earlier push. So he was trying to let things pan out without having to blow the whistle.
Yeah, he saw a little bit of the shoving that was going on and ended up blowing the whistle.
Quickly played by Starr over to Jen. Let's see if she's able to play it through. Oh,
somebody forgot about
Canyon Springs wasn't there. Let's see if Sarah's able to. Ball just a little too far ahead, and keeper was able to come out and get it. Looked like there might have been a little bit of a collision. I don't know. It looked like Sarah tried to pull up on her and came in hard, but it doesn't look like she tried to run her over or anything. But keeper may have just come down. Here's the replay of the quick play. Jen's able to take advantage of them not stepping up, and quickly plays it forward, and the referee sees it. And Sarah does stop, but it looks like as she was stopping, the momentum of the keeper coming out, looks like she may have had a little bit of contact with the leg. So,
yeah, no, it looked like Canyon Springs was going for the offsides right there, trying to see if they can catch the Mustangs offsides, but one of their defenders forgot to go forward. So Rancho tried to capitalize, and unfortunately for the goalie, it's probably a lot closer than she wanted.
Yeah, puts her in a position where she's got to do things she may not be comfortable with, but. Again, Mustangs here are able to win possession in the middle of the field. They try to play the give and go. Bounces out, but Rebecca's able to win possession, sends it up to Marlene, and they try to get the cross, but not quite enough. Out of play for Canyon Springs for a goal kick. Canyon Springs on the ball, trying to get that pushed up, and Paiola's looking for those opportunities, trying to bring it up a little bit fast, but just between Rancho having players in place, and I just don't think the angles from some of the other players to make a pass.
No.
So a little bit of a fight here in the middle of the field. Rancho's able to win the ball, see if they can keep it in play. They're able to. Number 12, Amy Flores is able to keep it in. Sarah plays it back negatively. Gets a little bit of a push in the back, but they're going to let play continue. Rebecca wasn't able to get the pass through to Angela, but Jen's in chase here from number 21. Star Hernandez has the ball right now. Looks like it's played off of her. Sophia's able to pick up the ball. 21, Dulce Arce from Canyon Springs trying to make a run there. Mm. Good effort, kind of way to work through two players on her part. Rancho tries to play the ball forward, and it deflects off of a Canyon Springs player out of play.
Got about 15 seconds to go. Referee's looking at his watch and maybe calling the first half anytime somewhat soon, I think.
A couple of players fighting pretty hard there for the ball. Not see the referees do make the call and against Canyon Springs. So a free kick here for the Mustangs. Looks like Angelina's going to step up and try to give the cross here on the free kick. Let's see if Mustangs are able to capitalize.
Nice
Dangerous ball, a little bit too straight right at the keeper, and Canyon Springs keeper does a good job coming off her line, getting the ball before it bounces. Punts it up to the middle of the field. Angelina tries to, a little bit of a high kick, but let it go. They just try to send the ball forward, not really to anybody. Canyon Springs just trying to clear it out. Out on the far side, ball back to the middle.
Back to the outside again. Rancho Verde intercepts the ball.
Rancho Verde, yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Rancho Verde for the Mustangs.
A little bit of a heavy touch there. Got away from her, but Canyon Springs also a little bit of a heavy touch, not able to bring it down, and results in the throw-in. Again, a little bit of a scrap there. Anna's able to get the ball back to her. She sends it up. And there's the half. Referees call it. So sitting at halftime, Rancho Verde Mustangs 2, Canyon Springs Cougars is 0. Welcome back. We're here to start the second half. Canyon Springs here to play Rancho Verde Mustangs, and the Rancho Verde Mustangs up 2-0 starting the second half. And it's been a good game so far.
It has. Rancho's had capitalized on a couple of opportunities in the first 6 minutes, 2-0, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made by both teams as we move forward to the second half, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, very interesting to see what's going to happen. We've got goals so far from Rebecca and Daisy, both capitalizing in that first half. Really, I think just from some defensive mistakes, not marking up. And, just a good push and attack. Rancho Verde came out strong, wanted to play, and I think get the goals early. And, then it kind of caused Canyon Springs to hunker back, put a lot of men back on the back line. And really those through balls weren't there. They weren't really able to stretch out the defense, and Canyon Springs was able to hold them to 2 goals. But we'll see what adjustments the coaches both make here coming into the second half. And there's the whistle. We're off to the second half. Canyon Springs kicks off, but quickly gives away the ball. Rebecca, Canyon Springs or Rancho Verde's coming out strong, and Brooke plays the ball up forward, but unable to capitalize on a little too far straight up to the keeper.
Yeah, you know, the Canyon Springs goalie's had a couple shots that just kind of bobbled, and as long as they continue to press, you know, you don't know when the next opportunity might create itself, but she needs to be a little bit more sure of herself when she's going out there to try and get the ball.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good point that Rancho Verde's got to keep in mind there, because with those bobbles, there's been 3 or 4 in the first half and 1 here to start the second half. That ball is going to come out, and you can't give up on any play, and you might find a gift at your feet one time.
Yeah.
So ball at the back line to Anna. Looked like she got a little bit of a trip, but nothing that the referees thought, and quickly thrown in by Canyon Springs. Brooks able to get the ball, tries to send it forward through the line, and unable to capitalize. Canyon Springs able to pull it in. Jen's able to play it back over to Anna. Defense is trying to play it up through the middle, and Anna got it again, but gave it away in the middle of the field. See if she recovers here. Jen's stepped from the left side all the way up over into the center almost to come defend. So referees didn't like that. A little bit of a push there by Anna Morales, and they're awarded a free kick just about 10 yards inside the Rancho Verde half of play. Number 15, Paola Padilla, is going to take the free kick. A little bit short. Defense is able to start getting it cleared out. Canyon Springs gets the ball, plays it negatively back to their defender, tries to play it up the right line, and Rancho Verde is able to play it out of play. Lets them get a few players back on the ball, reset. Angelina's able to play it forward. Marlene gets a little bit of a flick on the head, but not quite enough to get it over the defensive line. Let's see how the Rancho Verde resets. They play it to the middle of the field. And Morales is unable to send it too far forward. Canyon Springs sends it forward, but offside.
The ref was in the perfect position to be able to call that one.
Yeah.
Right in front of him.
Rancho Verde's last couple of games, they've done that well. Their back line, you know, with Star Hernandez back there, being pretty vocal, and I think just the players back there have gotten an understanding of each other and really stepping up. I think they've gone to a 3-man back line. Ball's played forward by Star, who plays it, gets up to the right side. Brooke tries to cut it back, and it is for a corner kick, I believe.
Blocked by the defenders. Brooke was trying to center, and the corner kick is going to be covered by Brooke, it looks like.
So first corner kick of the half here. Brooke Ferguson is going to take it. Plays the ball just to the top of the 18. Sarah Tatum's there, puts a shot towards goal. And it looks like a deflection off of Canyon Springs, and it just barely went out of play. Just barely to the inside post there. So a dangerous ball.
That might have been enough of a block for that ball not to go in.
Exactly. I think that thing was headed towards the goal, and just enough of a flick. He really had the keeper on the wrong side of the post. I think the keeper was looking for it for the other side. Another ball. Angelina's able to get her head on it, flicks it towards goal, but unable to get it all the way in, and Rebecca commits foul on the keeper trying to get up. Canyon Springs plays it out to the far side, and unable to capitalize bringing it up that far side, plays it out of play, and Jen's got the quick throw in. Marlene's able to play it back to Jen, see what she's able to do. She decides to try nice cut back. Sarah Tatum makes a leap for it, tries to, unable to get it. Brooke tries to head it forward and is just delayed by that body position of Canyon Springs, and the keeper's able to come out and get the ball.
That was a good cut by Jennifer to be able to send that ball. It created an opportunity right there that almost allowed them to score.
Yes. Looks like Canyon Springs changes up a little bit. It looks like their Paola, their captain, no longer playing that holding mid position. They've moved her up the field a little bit. I think they're realizing they've got to get some points on the board and utilize her speed and talent. Canyon Springs plays it up the near side of the field, tries to, their number 3, Victoria Mendoza, tries to make a little flick forward, and it plays off of Plays off a Rancho Verde player for a Canyon Springs throw-in. Right at midfield. Throwing the ball. To the number 23, Anaya Lopez. Tries to play it forward. Brooke gets her leg up and played out of play again for a Canyon Springs throw-in. They looked to the middle of the field, saw an open player, tried to get it to her, and unfortunately unable to settle the ball. Canyon Springs again from the back line, tries to play it over the top. Canyon Springs is in chase. Star able to play the ball.
A shoulder block from both of them.
A little bit of shoulder-to-shoulder play, but last touch by Canyon Springs, and it is out of play there for the throw-in for Rancho Verde.
There's a 15-yard throw-in right there.
Star's able to get a poke on it there.
Gets it back.
Gets it back, sends it forward. We got somebody in chase. Let's see if the keeper's coming out, trying to play it out. Comes off the back of Sarah Tatum. Marlene tries to send the ball towards goal. Let's see if it's on line. Oh, just off target on the far side. Not sure if I should count that as a shot or not, but we will. She was trying to put it. The keeper had to come far out really to help their defense. Tried to play the ball. Tried to clear the ball out and unable to get much on it into the back of Sarah Tatum, and Marlene was able to try to get the ball towards goal. Jen plays the ball in the middle of the field. Angela's unable to get to it, but it comes right back to Jen. She cuts it back towards the far side, plays it out for Angelina. Tries to play it up the left side there.
Handball.
Yeah, looked like it, but the referees didn't quite see it. Angelina's able to win the ball back. Tries to play it up the left. Gets across, but off Canyon Springs. And Canyon Springs trying to clear it off the body of Jen, the left defender. Rebecca fighting for the ball in the middle of the field with the Canyon Springs player. And now it's off to Jen, fighting the Canyon Springs player, see if they're able to do anything with it. Paola and their number 15 coming back for the ball. Plays it back to their defense and tries to play it over the top. Plays it out on the far side. Nice hustle from both teams coming out in the second half. I know just about 6 minutes into the second half, and it looks like both teams haven't given up on play, so they're still playing strong. Marlene brings the ball down at the front, plays it back, and tries to send it forward, but just flicks off. Star Hernandez is able to recover the ball they tried to send. Oh, and nice through ball. Let's see if Canyon Springs is able to capitalize on this. Star's able to track her down, but the ball's left there in the middle. Star Hernandez heads it out, and Jen is able to settle it, bring it down. Oh, the referees did see that. Looks like it was played right off the body of Jen with her arm, really in the mid part of her body, but out enough that they think it didn't matter, but it's at the top of the arc there. So this could be a dangerous ball here for Rancho Verde. Keeping the shutout again, they've really prided themselves. They're second best in the league for goals allowed. Pauly only has 3 goals allowed, I think, so far this season, and you've got Rancho Verde with 4. So both of them tied for first place in the Ivy League. So these goals allowed, all of them are going to be important coming into this last week of the season. Nice play there. Oh, off the post. That I'm telling you, Paola just shot a rocket, and that probably the best shot I've seen all night from those folks. Just a lot of pace on it. Tried to put it in that upper left corner, and Sophia's best friend, that left post, made the save for her. So I know she'll be giving a kiss to that post here pretty soon. Plays it up to the middle, and Marlene's able to get on the ball. See if she's able to send it forward. She sends it forward.
Wide open.
Sarah Tatum up the right side. She's
not upside.
Oh, Sarah tries to take the shot and just plays it wide.
She's trying to surprise the goalie.
Yeah, she saw the keeper off her line. I think she was trying to poke it up over the top, but didn't quite get underneath it enough. And, that's what keepers got to do when they're out there by themselves. Got to take that line away and make players make plays. So she did. And Rebecca's able to make a nice. Oh, there we go, Rebecca for the score.
I was watching the replay and I totally missed that shot.
While we're on the replay, but really from a goal kick, Canyon Springs unable to clear the ball. Just great hustle from Rebecca, unassisted. Got the head on it, pushed the ball just forward enough, and a great finish. The keeper was, not able to come off her line and just froze the keeper for the most part. Keeper's not able to do anything. Gets past the center defender, and just buries it in the back of the goal. And Rebecca's really stepping up. This is 8 goals for her in league. Gives her 9 goals overall for the season. And from an attacking midfielder, that's what you need. You need somebody that's willing to come up, take shots. And when you do that, it's going to open up other players. So, Rancho Verde commits the foul there. And probably 35, 40 yards out from goal. And looks like Paola, number 15, is going to be on top of it again. A little bit further out, I think Sophia will have a little bit more time to react, but I'm telling you, there's 2 men in the wall, and let's see how she plays this. She's going to play it over the top. She does, tries to let somebody get on it. Jen's able to get her head to it, and it comes back to Paola, who tries to take a shot from there, but doesn't quite make it. Star's able to deflect it out wide. There's a nice cross. Rancho Verde's able to get in the way. Canyon Springs tries to recycle the ball, but it's right to Sophia. And on that cross, nobody able to get on the end there. And Sophia is able to clear the ball out. Punt up to half field. Marlene tries to bring the ball down, given away to Canyon Springs. It's a nice start in the second half here. 10, 12 minutes in. Mm-hmm. Canyon Springs not giving up on anything.
No, they definitely came out a little bit more aggressive right now. And even though they're letting a goal, they seem to be a little bit more on point with regards to their passing and their breakaways.
Yep. Canyon Springs from the back line tries to play it over the top. And again, Rancho Verde organized just enough to have her in an offside position. Referee's in a good spot, calling the offside. So we are 3-0 Rancho Verde over Canyon Springs here in the second half. Star's going to take the free kick. Gets a nice play ball up the top. Nice. Unable to get a head on it, but Rebecca's right there again, playing hard. Oh, the keeper didn't know where the ball was at. And, Marlene tried to dance over the ball. Just lost touch of where that was at.
Nice hustle by Jennifer to come back.
Nice hustle by Jennifer. Playing it back, Star to get in the line there, not able to complete the pass. And they had Paola up high. She was calling for the ball in the middle. They just couldn't get the ball and find her. So Canyon Springs plays it back to their defense. I think right now, they're realizing they're having a hard time playing it through the middle, so they're going to try to play over the top and just try to use Paola's speed. Sarah Tatum tries to make a flick over to the left outside wing, overlapping. She's able to win the ball back, plays it forward. Rebecca plays the ball, nice ball over the top. It's Sarah's.
Oh, there we go.
All right, Sarah Tatum able to get on the board here tonight.
Good breakaway. Good
breakaway, and a great assist coming from Rebecca in the middle field, seeing that overlapping run. Sarah able to stay on it, tried to juke the keeper. Keeper got a little bit of the ball there. Yeah, great overlapping run. Keeper coming off her line, gets a little bit of the ball, but Sarah stays with it enough. Finishes, good composure, 4-0.
This is the second time that Canyon Springs has tried to get the offsides call, and they're trying it, but they haven't been successful in being able to catch them offsides yet.
Yeah. Looks like we got some substitutions. Daisy and Heaven Hernandez coming back in for Rancho Verde, and Sarah Tatum and Marlene coming off, getting a few rusted minutes here. And you know what they say, that if you live by the offside, die by the offside.
No, definitely.
And unfortunately, they've been unable to pull that on Rancho Verde too much tonight. I think just the organization of that front line and the speed that they have there, that it's just hard for them to, if they don't get up, to get back and really defend it well enough.
No, they just don't seem to be in the same page as of yet.
Right.
They might still be gelling and trying to figure that one out, but.
And again, we talked about the young players that Canyon Springs came in with this year. Some of that just comes with maturity and, like you say, getting to know one another. So as they get to know each other better, I'm sure they're going to get better at that and learn to trust each other, get that organization. But right now it looks like ball was last played out by Canyon Springs for a Rancho Verde throw-in. Star Hernandez had to run down to the bathrooms to recover the ball, it looks like. But Jen's able to recover, gets the ball thrown in, middle of the field. Jen's able to try to depossess them of the ball. It gets just enough for Brooke Ferguson's coming on the close side. And it looks like it was last touched by her, so it's a throw-in for Canyon Springs. Paola quickly tries to throw it in. And Anna's able to recover it there in the middle of the field. Anna's been working hard here today.
She has.
You know, not really rewarded with the assist or some of those things, but a lot of hard work there in the middle of the field, just causing chaos. 18, Sarah E. Gomez, trying to play that left wing. Chases the ball up, but last touched apparently by her for a throw-in for Canyon Springs. Canyon Springs quickly throws it into their number 3, Victoria Mendoza. Headered last by Canyon Springs. But, foul really clipped the legs of the Canyon Springs player, who's going to try to make a quick play up the right side, but the player just wasn't overlapping fast enough. Jennifer's able to get it, plays it to Rebecca in the middle. And it looks like we're off to the races here. Not sure who's on that ball over there.
The number 18.
Number 18, Sarah E. Gomez. So she
shows some good speed.
Shows some good speed, trying to get the ball up that right side. Looks like we got another substitution, number 22 coming in for Brooke Ferguson. 22's Audie, I believe. Audie's going to get a little playing time here tonight. Again, with a 4-0 lead, let's again got to get those players A, some rest time, and B, some touches on the ball so that they know what to do. Rancho Verde is able to recover there from the midfield standpoint. Tries to play it up the right line there, number 7. Angela trying to play it up the right side there to Daisy. Canyon Springs able to get a foot on it and play it out of play. So we got a throw in here. Audie will give it to Destiny Holmes. Destiny's going to make the throw in, tries to play it to the middle of the field. Heaven Hernandez ducks underneath it, but Canyon Springs unable to really clear it. Daisy has the ball in the middle of the field, takes a shot on goal, and the keeper is able to come up with it. But nice ball, nice cut to the middle of the field. And if people aren't really familiar with Daisy, she's a left footer. She prefers that left foot. Decided to take a shot at it just outside the top of the 18. Didn't quite get all of it, but again, test that keeper. Never know. We talked about the bobbles that they have.
Yeah.
Might come down with it.
No, it's definitely a little bit easier to be able to take those chances and those shots when you're winning 4-0 as opposed to when it's a close game. So it's nice for her to be able to try and surprise the goalie and get some out of that play, you know?
Yep. Nice ball over the top. Canyon Springs is able to clear it out. And Daisy not able to come down, or Angela's not able to come down with it. Angela and Rebecca trying to chase the ball and win it off the middle of the field, but Canyon Springs is able to play it up to the left side. Number 8's able to make a cutback here. Sabrina, who tries to play it to the middle of the field, but Sophia is easily able to come off her line and intercept that before it gets too much further into trouble. Canyon Springs unable to settle the ball, comes off the foot, having to play forward. Keeper comes out.
Nice, good pressure by Heaven.
Good pressure by Heaven Hernandez. Keeper plays it out, and let's see what we're able to do. Canyon Springs plays it forward. Stars is able to shield it off. Sophia's off her line and just plays it up and out of play on the far side, which is just fine. Allows the Mustangs to get back, reset the defense, get everybody marked up. Canyon Springs throws it in. Again, I think the style of play they're really looking for right now, instead of trying to play through the middle of play, it looks like just about everything's trying to go over the top, try to get up to those forwards, see what they can do. Canyon Springs tries to push it forward, and nobody really making the run. Plays out past the goal line there. And it looks like we're going to get a couple more substitutions. Looks like Rebecca is going to come out for
Lynette.
for number 12. Yeah, for number 12, Amy Flores. And it looks like number 8 went in, Lynette, for, I believe that was not Anna Morales. That was Amy Amy Flores that was over on that left side. Angelina's kind of that holding mid, still strong in the middle there. Canyon Springs playing it up the right side. Really trying to take it. They're able to get the ball to that left side, but unable to. Oh.
I think that might have been a bad deflection.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a center.
You know, and that that's the reason why you send the ball towards the mouth of the goal to find out how that. You never know how that's going to come off. But nice play, sends the ball. Yeah, just a own goal. Own goal there. It just came off of Sophia's leg a little bit wrong when she was trying to get down for it, and just the spin of the ball put it into the back of the goal mouth. So that'll be goal number 5 on the year for that Sophia's given up, but for the during league. But still, very respectable this season to hold the opponent. So we just got to stay sharp. Defense has to make sure to get on these players. Looks like Angelina's going to get called for the foul. I'm not sure 100% why. Canyon Springs was walking away like she'd pulled her down.
Yeah.
I think she knew that, but she got away with one there. So Canyon Springs plays it quickly, and Rancho Verde is able to win the ball here in the middle of the field. But Canyon Springs is, again, playing it up to that right side. Got to see what happens. Star is able to clear the ball out and hopefully reset the defense. And, Rancho Verde's got to remember that right side of that right side attack from Canyon Springs.
Yeah.
They're they've got that player, hasn't done a lot, but if she continues to get up there and get the ball across the middle, it could be dangerous, especially with what Canyon Springs has decided to do to try to get some goals on the board.
Well, you know what? I think Canyon Springs has dictated a little bit more of the pressure this second half.
Yeah.
The passing that the Mustangs were kind of well known for, at least the first half. I haven't seen much of it right now because Canyon Springs has been pressuring a little bit more. They've had a little bit more. They've had some more shots and a couple more breakaways that has kind of put them on their toes.
And Amy Flores, I think, is right there in the middle field trying to win the ball. And really, when you look at it, I think, the Mustangs in the first half decided to slow the ball down a little bit and really connect some passes. I think we're trying to get a little too direct. And, the Mustangs, I think we're just trying to play the ball a little too fast. I think if we tried to slow the ball down a little bit, maybe move it from left to right, not so much north to south.
Yeah.
And if we spread out the field a little bit more, I think we'll get a few more touches and just win that possession and keep it in their half of the field. But we're kind of playing into their hands. Canyon Springs is trying to play, change the game. They're not sucking back as much. They've put some of their speed and talented players up at the top. And I think what they've been told to do is, hey, don't play it through the middle anymore. Just play through the top, see if we can get something.
Yeah.
And they did. So let's see if Rancho Verde's in the middle of the field there playing it. Amy Flores is on it. See if she's able to get anything, but no. Plays it to Canyon Springs defender, plays it over the top, just tries to send it up. And they head the ball up to their speedster, Paola, and who tries to send it back but unable to connect. Let's see if Canyon Springs is able to do something. 21 comes up with the ball. 21 is their Dulce Arce, and she's able to.
Has it Tiana E. Lopez again.
Daisy brings the ball down. Jen makes a great overlapping run. Let's see. She tries to make a cross. Heather Hernandez is there. See if she can make the turn. Just gets away from her. Canyon Springs gets the ball, but Daisy's there and unable to poke it through to really do anything with it. But Heather Hernandez giving pressure to see if the ball's going to squirt out. So a good run right there. Good recognition. Good overlapping run from Jen from the defensive line.
As you said, at least 2 or 3 plays like that this night, where she just kind of runs away with it and then tries to make something happen.
Yep, tries to make the cut back there. Canyon Springs is able to knock it off there. but Canyon Springs is trying to bring it up the right side. Rancho Verde loses it in the middle. Canyon Springs able to maintain possession, but a little too far up in front and center of field. Stars able to clear it out to the near side of the field. Heaven Hernandez in chase, plays it off her body, tries to play it back to the middle of the field, but off the leg of a Canyon Springs player. And for a Rancho Verde throw-in. Yeah, that's the key thing there. I think they've got to let Jen or some of those outside backs have that freedom to play up. I think the only thing they've been missing here on that last run or two is the support from the midfield. Maybe some tired legs, or maybe just with some of the new substitutions that they had. But you only had 3 people in on the attack, and if they would have had a little more depth there, maybe something else. But throw in for Rancho Verde. Canyon Springs clears it up to the middle of the field. Star's able to flick it forward. Star again gets on the ball, keeps playing through, trying to run through the ball. And Canyon Springs just a little, not quite enough composure on the ball, just trying to get their foot on it to clear it, get it out of their zone.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. See what's going to happen here.
Someone needs to help her out there.
Yeah. Angelina is doing a strong job there, winning away from the middle of the field. Angela's able to get it, plays it out wide to Heaven Hernandez, plays it back. There's an overlapping run, doesn't play it, chooses to play it to the middle of the field. Angela's there. Let's see what she's going to do. Oh, nobody making the overlapping run. I think she thought Audie was going to make that run, who didn't. Angela probably should have just looked at goal and maybe tried to take a shot.
Yeah, then she had the angle to be able to pass it, but I don't think there was a good follow through there.
Yeah, I think Angela's our leading on the team. She's our leading assist giver. I think that's really, that's her nature to want to feed the ball to a few people, and so pulling the trigger sometimes on those assist givers isn't always their first nature. But anyhow, it's played out for a goal kick. Canyon Springs is looking to try to get it out of their half of the field. Unfortunately, not able to clear it too far. Let's see if, however, they're able to put a head on it. Let's see what they're able to do with it. Paola, 15, working hard in the middle of the field trying to win the ball, but plays it back, and Canyon Springs, unable to maintain possession, plays it out for a throw-in on the far side.
Mustang throwing from the far side.
See how far Jen tries to get that throw in. I know she's got a fairly decent throw in. It's good. It almost looks like a corner at times. She really puts it out there. Goes over the first couple of Canyon Springs players, but they're able to get a foot on it. Let's see what happens here. Looks like it was last touched by a Mustang. So Canyon Springs goal kick. Canyon Springs playing it through the middle to Paola. Referees let that play. It looked like they actually got ball, so. Canyon Springs able to win the free kick out here at the top. I think he was calling the grab earlier by Angela more so than the ball that the two players running into each other. Angela kind of had the arm of the one player trying to go through the middle there. Good professional foul.
Canyon Springs was loading up on the right side, and that seems to be where the ball was kicked. That was a good kick by Canyon Springs.
Canyon Springs Paola, their captain, put the ball in a dangerous place. And they were making a good run on it, but Sophia came off her line early, able to make the grab, and able to hold on to it, even though there was a little bit of contact. I know some of the fans wanted a little bit of a foul, but referees, I think, a little bit of contact, not that big of a deal, and rather see
The action continue.
Yeah, see the Mustangs, give the keeper an opportunity to punt the ball rather than put it on the ground. So Canyon Springs has a throw in. Again, hard fought over there on that far side. Canyon Springs plays it out of play for a Rancho Verde throw in. Rancho Verde sitting with a 4-1 lead right now. Looks like there's just about 9.5 minutes left to play here in the second half. Kind of gone by quickly. Jen pulls the ball down after the throw and is brought back to her. Ari's trying to get on the end there. Canyon Springs clears it out, and Angela's trying to get to the ball. Let's see. Yeah, they
a little bit of a bump.
She gets the call there from when she went up for the head. The one girl kind of came undercut her there in the underneath the legs, and the referee saw that. So maybe a little help from the sideline, the way the referee turned around. Appreciated the help from the coaching staff, but it did make the call. It looks like Starr's going to take the kick here, probably about 35 yards out. See if she's able to put it on goal. She goes straight at goal, and off the keeper's hands. Off the keeper's hands for a corner kick.
Not a bad shot. If she would have got a little bit more to the left, that would have gone right through the goalie's hands and into the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it just the replay here, you can look. I mean, it's in just, I don't know, maybe it was off. The keeper maybe pushed it just to the far side. I mean, she really she put just enough on it to get it up into that upper right corner. Made the keeper, was in a dangerous enough spot that the keeper had to try to make a play. And again, we talked about the keeper not really secure and everything. So it you got a goalkeeper here. It's a freshman, and put some pressure on her and see what happens. And she's going to learn from the experience and get it back. So a corner kick's taken on the ground, comes back to number 21, who plays it in towards the middle, but the keeper's able to get it. Star Hernandez able to get a couple of them forward. Punt comes off to Rancho Verde off their head. Jen's able to secure the ball in the middle of the field. She makes a play inside to Amy and unable to connect the pass. So now it's off to Canyon Springs. They're coming up the right side. Star's going out, trying to challenge the ball. Off Star. Star plays off Canyon Springs, but looked like it deflected, or at least the referee thinks it deflected again off of her. Just probably just a bad position there. Star's arguing her point with the referee. No avail, unfortunately. Not usually a winning case.
No, you know what? The couple of times that Canyon Springs has had opportunities, they really have come from the right side.
Yeah.
The goal was scored from the right side, and some of the other opportunities came from the right side, so that's definitely the preferred side to attack from.
I know Star tried to clear it out there to get it out of play, and it came off the Canyon Springs player and went over the goal line. Don't think it touched Star, but the referee didn't see it that way, and so it's a corner kick here. Canyon Springs puts a good ball in. Let's see if they're able to go to the back post. Oh, it gets past them. Canyon Springs tries to recycle it, but nobody's there. And Rancho Verde looks like they're on it. They're trying to clear it out. And looks like they tried to recycle it back into play, but not nearly on target. Looks like we got a substitution for Ari. Audie is coming out, number 2. Anna's coming back in. And it looks like we've got another substitution.
Brooke's going in too, I think.
Yeah, Brooke Ferguson's coming in. Looks like for Destiny and Audie are coming out. And Anna and Brooke are back in. Looks like we're getting one more substitution here. What number do we got there? Number 17 coming off. Jessica Aguilar coming off. Anna quickly getting the ball over on the right side, kind of changing the attack. She plays it to the outside edge, and Brooke made a step to the inside edge, so just played it to the wrong side of the player. Again, 2 players just coming off the bench. Going to have to try to get that communication back up on their part, but Canyon Springs throwing it in about midfield. Canyon Springs trying to play it back into the middle, but Heaven Hernandez kind of steps in. Angela's able to get the ball, see what she's able to do with it.
No.
Referees let it play. Anna's unable to clear it out, but the ball goes back to Jen in the middle of the field. Star Hernandez is trying to get there, but doesn't quite get to it. Paola, their speedster, gets on top of the ball. Star uses her body to get into position. Brooke Ferguson's there. She's able to get the ball, see if she's going to send it up. She tries to send it up, but plays it off of a Canyon Springs player, and it is out of play for a Rancho Verde throw-in. So
a little bit of a collision there between Brooke and the Canyon Springs player, but she's limping off a little bit. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah.
But just in case, they're going to take her out.
Sabrina Rubio, number 8, I think was the one with that collision. Looks like Rebecca is coming back in for Brooke. Brooke's got a little bit of a limp here. But, really good play. I mean, you had Star out there one-on-one, and she was patient. She saw the player try to make the ball through, and she just turned, put her body in place to hold it off. And I think that's where the defense of Rancho Verde's really the experience of some of those seniors on that back line, not to panic, not to dive in, and really put their bodies in a good position. Yeah, offside again on Canyon Springs, and that's Rancho Verde just stepping up. So the Rancho Verde's able to step up and stay organized and get the offside call. A little over 3.5 minutes left to play. Looks, we're getting another substitution. No, they're going to play it. Star Hernandez is going to take the kick. Gets it past the middle of the field. Rebecca gets the flick on, a little bit of a head.
She's got somebody open.
She's got some people in the middle of the field. See if she gets a cross off.
Oh.
And Canyon Springs plays it out of play for another corner. It's the 4th corner of this half for Rancho Verde. So, that pressure and a little bit of that separation of that defensive line, them not sticking back. They just had to play the ball out to try to recover.
Yeah.
Looks like Jen's going to take the corner kick from the far side. But, it looks like there's a little bit of a wait here. And it looks like Daisy and Heaven Hernandez are going to get a round of applause from the crowd as they come out. And you got Marlene and Sarah coming back in.
Sarah was wide open in the back.
See if Jen can get it past over the top.
There it is.
Header, yes. Sarah Tatum gets her 2nd goal tonight along with Rebecca.
She was wide open.
Wide open, and you got Jennifer Chavez getting an assist on the game from that corner kick. Way to, really that's recognition from Jen. She saw it. She saw that Sarah came in. Nobody was on the backside. Everybody's up on that front post.
Nobody was covering her.
Right, and you just, the keeper was trying to get to it. You had far too many players on that front post.
Yeah.
And Sarah, good recognition from the backside. Makes a run towards goal, uses her head, scores the goal. Rancho Verde challenging Paola early. Paola's a workhorse on this team for Canyon Springs. She's got a lot of talent, and if they can stick with her for a couple of years. So she's a junior. She's got one more year to play, but she's got the talent that if she gets some other support with her, I think she'll do a good job.
No, definitely.
Jen plays the ball up to the middle, tries to get it out of the midfield, but Canyon Springs is able to get in front of it. Paola tries to play the ball forward, but Star clears it out, sends the ball up high. Marlene on it, plays it past the defender, see if she's able to get past the keeper. Oh, the referees call a foul there.
I got to see that replay. That was an interesting call. I don't know if I just missed the foul or what happened, but
from up here, not really sure, but
there it goes.
I think the defender kind of lost where the ball was and where the player was, but he thought there was enough contact from the backside on the defender to give her the foul. So
wow.
Canyon Springs quickly playing it up. They're in the attacking half. Paola, their star player, on the ball, tries to get a shot off, but doesn't get one cleanly. And Canyon Springs is trying to push it forward, but Paola is down. I'm not sure if she got clipped on the ankle, but
no, I think she was trying to kick the ball, and I'm not sure who it was, but they got right in front of it, and she ended up kicking the player, I think, instead of the ball.
Yeah. So either somebody coming in trying to get to the ball, or her follow through on the ball.
Yeah.
And kind of clipped the ankle. We're inside of 2 minutes now. In fact, if you look at the time, it looks like time has expired, but we're going to take a look and see what the referees do. I think they've stopped their watches. They're kind of conversing as to what the restart's going to be. Really hope their Paola's okay. Hopefully, it's nothing here at the end of a game that sidelines her for too much time.
You hate to see something like that when it's so close to the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely. It get to the end of the match and a hard match at that. Again, I really impressed. Canyon Springs came out in the second half. The effort that they gave, some of the adjustments that their coach John Drew did, and I think made a difference. It seemed like they sped up play. Not sure if it was just their efforts and their intensity, or if it was a little bit of maybe Rancho Verde not keeping up. But we've got the replay here, so you can see Paola's on the ball. She tries to bring it down, pulls it back to the inside. Oh, and it's just
she came from
right from the bag. It looks like a little bit on two legs.
Yeah.
So nothing too hard, and just a little extra effort there. So
no, it definitely is a little bit different. When you think you're going to kick the ball and you got to kick it with a certain amount of strength, and then all of a sudden the ball's no longer there, and you end up kicking somebody else.
Right.
Whether it's an angle, whether it's where you're expecting to kick, it's definitely an adjustment that you have to kind of make mentally as you're kicking it.
Yeah.
And so Angela did a really good job of being able to come from behind and take the ball away, and she ended up getting kicked in the process as well.
Yeah, poking the ball away, and unfortunately, Paola gets a little bit of a knock on the leg there. But like you say, hopefully a day's rest, and for their Friday match, she'll be 100%. Kind of waiting for the coach and Angela to come off the field. Or the coach and Paola.
Well, it looks like with the score being 5-1 and very little time left, the Mustangs are going to be going to a record of 10-6-2. And this upcoming Friday, they get to play Poly.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a rivalry match. There was a 2-2 tie in the first game, and I think hopefully both teams are up to the challenge. Hopefully, we get the rest and. It very likely could be the game that's going to determine first and second place here in the Ivy League. So both teams have a lot to play for.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke Ferguson's able to push the ball forward, and Rebecca puts the ball towards goal, but keeper's easily able to get it. Looks like there was a substitution. Sarah looks like she came out there, and Brooke Ferguson came back in as a forward, probably during that injury timeout. Canyon Springs looking to push the ball forward, gets it out wide right, keeps it in play, sends it down the middle. Stars right there, see if she's able to get the ball out. She does, plays it out play to the far side. And it is a Canyon Springs throw-in. Canyon Springs plays it back to the middle of the field.
Good weather for a soccer game today. Good crowd. We senior day, we brought out a couple more family members to come out to the game. Mustangs didn't disappoint with a 5-1 win.
Correct. Not able to clear it out there, but cross is a little too far, and nobody on the backside. Let's see if they're able to keep it in play, but it looks like it went out of play. And there is the whistle for the end of the game. So we have a final tonight, 5-1. Rancho Verde Mustangs over the Canyon Springs Cougars.
Yes. And
like you said, that puts them at 10-6-2 or 6-0-1. Leaves them undefeated in the Ivy League. It'll be interesting to see how the Pauley Valley View game went tonight. Mm-hmm. Valley View's in third place, and I know they've got a lot to play for to really try to, make sure that they can either make the playoffs or, gives them at least an opportunity to be in the hunt. With right now they're sitting with 3 losses. A 4th loss I think would definitely keep them out of the picture.
No, and it seems like, if I remember correctly, I think we've gone 6. I think there's a 6th game without a loss, 5 wins and 1 tie.
Correct.
So
correct.
Good momentum as we head into the Poly game, and it should be a good one on Friday.
Yes. Fantastic. 6-1, so 7 games without a loss, actually. So here's some highlights. First goal. Second goal. Here comes the third goal. Rebecca really just, a lot of hard work on her own.
Nice.
And here's the fourth goal. Sarah being onside. Just tries to play it back to the middle of the field. Keeps her composure. Ball close to her.
Is it going to be one of the saves from the goalie? Sophia
yeah.
being able to stop one of the goals.
Sophia keeping on her feet. Rancho Verde put a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper. Like we said earlier, there's a lot of times where she just doesn't play the ball cleanly. And Rancho Verde very easily could have been more than 5.
Yeah.
Could have been easier, more than 5-1. Sarah Tatum putting a cross through the middle. Again, Rebecca getting up there.
Nice.
Just not able to get it around. Probably was a deflection.
Now, these are some nice attempts that they had throughout the game.
Jen making a nice ball. Sarah unable to get to the end of it. Keeper able to come out and get to the ball. Yeah, Canyon Springs, their one goal of the night. Just got Sophia leaning the wrong way, and own goal there on them. So it, a lot of hard work. Canyon Springs really needs to keep their heads up. I think they've got a team here next year, especially as these freshmen and sophomores get into be juniors and seniors. They're gonna be stacked. They're gonna have a good team. Rancho Verde graduating 10 seniors this year.
Yes,
but they've got a lot of players that are coming back and getting playing time. It's not just the seniors playing this year.
Yeah, no, Canyon Springs has a lot to look forward to in the next couple of years. The young players were a little bit more aggressive in the second half. They made the adjustments necessary to be able to play a little tougher. The score didn't show it, but they were definitely more aggressive in the second half, and so the Mustangs held on and scored a couple more goals and made the score 5-1, and that's it for tonight. Exactly.
That's the way it ended up, and it's exciting. It's exciting to see this team, really turn it from a 2-8 record to a 7-0-1 record this year, and all the girls are excited. I think that bodes well for them for these last 3 games they're going to have in league play.
Yeah.
And they should have some momentum going, hopefully, into CIF.
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows? They may get past the first round and see who they're seeded against.
Yeah.
And they could definitely make a deep run into the playoffs this year.
But before we get to that point, we got to get through Poly next week. Next Friday. Excuse me.
Poly Friday night going to be a fantastic game. All those get out here who can. Rancho Verde is going to need that support.
Yes.
Need a loud crowd, keep up their momentum, keep up the pace, and that 13, that 13th or the 12th man is really getting the crowd into it, and that could be the difference on Friday night. So hopefully we get the crowd out, and hopefully Rancho can put a good victory in there and really secure them a spot moving forward.
Oh, definitely. The last game was 2-2. This is the last game of the season for them to be able to play Poly. And, hopefully we can take the win and just kind of bring it home at that point.
Yep. Fantastic. Juan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Look forward to maybe another game later this year.
Definitely. Sounds good.
All right.
Playoff game.
Thank you very much from Rancho Verde High School. Have a good night.
Good evening.